Finn's big dream of the Golden Hill. In the heart of the Emerald Woods lived Finn, a small fox with a heart full of wonder. While other foxes napped in the sun, Finn spent his days staring at the far horizon. Beyond the misty mountains lay the legendary Golden Hill, where the grass glowed like pure gold. Legends said the air there tasted like sweet honey, a place no young animal had ever reached alone. One afternoon, Finn climbed a high rock and announced his plan to the entire forest. The older animals didn't believe him and burst into loud, mocking laughter. They told him the journey was far too dangerous for a fox as small as he was. But Finn just smiled, knowing that his dream was much bigger than his size. That night, Finn carefully packed a small bag with nuts and dried fruits for his trip. As the first light of dawn touched the trees, Finn stepped out to begin his adventure. He marched through the tall, dew-covered grass, singing a happy song to keep his spirits high. Suddenly, his path was blocked by a wide, rushing river with grey, freezing water. Finn searched the banks for a bridge, but there was nothing but slippery stones. Determined to cross, he took a deep breath and sprinted toward the water's edge. He leaped high into the air, hoping to land on the other side. But his paw slipped on a wet rock, and he fell with a loud splash into the current. The powerful river swept him away, tumbling his small body over and over. Desperate, Finn managed to grab onto a low-hanging branch with all his strength. He dragged himself onto the muddy bank, shivering and soaked to the bone. Defeated and terrified, Finn walked all the way back home, dripping wet. The other animals were waiting for him, shouting that they had told him so. Finn crawled into his dark den, feeling smaller and sadder than ever before. That night, a soft hoot woke him up as Grandpa Owl landed nearby. Grandpa Owl asked why Finn looked so sad, his glasses reflecting the moon. Finn sighed and admitted he felt too small to ever reach the Golden Hill. Grandpa Owl chuckled and told him that every failure is actually a teacher. He asked Finn what lesson he had learned from the river that day. Finn realized he couldn't just jump, he needed a better way to cross the water. Grandpa Owl exclaimed that this new knowledge was the first step to winning. A spark of hope returned to Finn's chest, and he spent the night planning. The next morning, Finn gathered strong fallen branches and thick, flexible vines. He worked tirelessly, tying the sticks together to build a sturdy little bridge. This time, he didn't jump, he carefully walked across his bridge step by step. Finn cheered loudly and jumped for joy as he safely reached the other side. As Finn and Ruby walked further, the bright green trees began to change into dark, twisted shapes. Thick grey clouds rolled in across the sky, completely blocking out the warm sunlight. The clear path they had been following simply vanished into a wall of thick, swirling fog. For hours, the two friends walked in circles, returning to the same strange trees over and over. Ruby began to panic, her little shoulders shaking as she realized they were truly lost. She cried out that they should turn back before something dangerous caught up to them in the dark. Finn felt the cold grip of fear creeping into his own heart as the woods fell silent. Suddenly, he remembered Grandpa Owl's wise words about every problem having a hidden lesson. Finn stopped and told Ruby that the path wasn't gone, it was just hiding from them. Together, they stopped running and began to observe the ground very carefully. They searched for tiny clues, like bent blades of grass and broken twigs on the trail. After a long search, Finn spotted a tiny trail hidden behind a wall of thick bushes. They pushed through the foliage and found the way again, feeling their confidence return. Just as they felt safe, the sky turned pitch black and a massive storm hit the forest. Rain poured down in heavy sheets, and the wind howled like a wild monster through the trees. A giant ancient tree was ripped from the ground by a gust of wind, crashing across their path. The fallen tree created a massive wall of wood and leaves that blocked their way completely. Finn tried to push the trunk, straining until his small face turned bright red. He tried again, digging his paws deep into the mud to get a better grip. He gave a third push, screaming with all his effort, but the tree didn't budge an inch. Exhausted and soaked, Finn sat down in the rain, feeling completely hopeless. Suddenly, a deep, rumbling voice echoed through the storm, praising Finn's spirit. Out of the shadows stepped Max, a giant brown bear with a friendly, massive face. Max told Finn that most animals would have quit, but he admired the fox's determination. Max stepped forward and placed his massive shoulder against the heavy fallen trunk. On the count of 3, Finn, Ruby, and Max all pushed together with everything they had. With one giant heave from Max, the tree slid aside with a loud, crashing sound. Max smiled and decided to join their group, offering his strength and protection for the road ahead. Finally, the trio reached the base of the Great Mountain, the final obstacle before the Golden Hill. The climb was brutal, with sharp rocks and air that grew thin and cold as they ascended. Suddenly, Finn's foot slipped on a loose pebble, sending him tumbling backward down a steep slope. He crashed into a pile of stones, leaving his paws scraped, bleeding, and pulsing with pain. Looking up at the distant peak, Finn's spirit finally broke, and he whispered that he was too small. Ruby pointed to the sky, where Storm Eagle was fighting a fierce gale, refusing to be pushed down. Inspired by the eagle's persistence, Finn stood up and climbed the final peak to find the Golden Hill, realizing the true prize was the strength he found within himself.